Hi, my name's Hannah and I'd like to make a little video for you guys. It's called How to Wash the Dishes. So everybody washes dishes at some point in time. Some people wash dishes for 20 years and then figure out that there's actually a better way to wash dishes, which for me is a little bit sad because it would have been good to know that 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So anyway, here are my tips for how to wash dishes. So first of all, you start by looking around the house. So before you start washing dishes, you look around and you see if there are any cups around, any bowls around. It's good to have everything all together before you start because it's very important the order that you wash dishes in. So first of all, you get everything around the house, you bring it to the sink, then you clean the sink. So this is really helpful. If you clean the sink before you start filling it with water, then you're going to have very clean water, which means you can avoid contaminating dishes with oil that might have already been in the sink and is now in the dishwater, which makes the whole job a whole lot easier. See, it's actually a really useful tip. So you start with the cleanest things. You start with the glasses and then with the mugs. You start with anything basically that's fairly clean and doesn't have too much oil in it. And you wash those things so that you keep your sink quite clean. I personally like to put a bit of soap on the sponge and wash everything in the soap, and then you can sort of rinse it off in the main sink and then rinse it again in the super clean rinsing water. You want to have nice hot water to wash your dishes, and you want to have even hotter water maybe to rinse them, because if you rinse your dishes in really hot water, they will dry really quickly. Also, providing that you take a little bit of time to think about stacking. Now, to me, stacking is kind of like, it's quite fun. It's like playing Tetris, right? And I'm often amazed how little thought people give to stacking their dishes, because the thing about stacking them is if you make sure that all the dishes are upside down and the water can run out, then they won't have puddles of water in them the next day when you go to get them out of the draining sink. And you can, get a tea towel and dry them if they have puddles of water in them, but it's a bit more work, and tea towels get stinky because they don't dry very quickly, and you don't want to have a lot of water to deal with. So in my mind, the best way is to have a really hot rinsing water, let the dishes soak in there a little while, let them get warm, and then you put them so that they can drain 100% and guaranteed they'll be dry by the next day when you come to do the dishes again. So back to the order. So you start with the cleaner things and you move along to the dirtier things. You absolutely have to do the cutlery every single time you want to wash the dishes. It's not actually negotiable, because cutlery is quite important and there'll be something in there that you're going to need before you get to do the dishes again. And in any case, if you don't do them, the next day the temptation to not do them is actually going to be twice as much. So you have to do the cutlery. And I hope these tips have been of use for you. I know everybody has their way of washing the dishes, and I don't want to tell anyone what to do, but my aim is just to save people from having years of dish regret, of looking back and being like, I could have washed the dishes so much more quickly and they could have been so much cleaner if I just followed these simple rules, and I wish I had known then what I know now. So that's my aim in making this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's not too matronizing, but good luck and have fun washing dishes.